Hello, I'm Kabalamat, and this is the second episode of Let's Play Japan. Roll the Waves 2. So, to recap on the situation, it's September 1901. We've got 5 battleships, and we're building 2 more, and we're also building a lot of destroyers and corvettes. We may be facing a war with either Russia or Germany. Let's have a look at the almanac. Russia has 12 battleships, Germany has 9, so we'd much rather face Germany than Russia. Germany has laid down another battleship. Germany has laid down a heavy cruiser. They're putting lots of effort into gunnery training. Italy is sounding us out about an alliance. Now, should we have an alliance with Italy? Ideally not, for the simple reason that Italy is actually quite a weak country, and we'd much rather be allied with someone else. But if they're the only people who will ally with us, then that's perhaps the only option. So maybe we should ally with them. That's what I'm going to do. A weak ally is better than no ally. The steel industry wants a stronger navy. If I agree with them, then I get more budget and a bit of tension. Otherwise, I get some prestige. Well, I could do with prestige at the moment, so I'm going to tell them that the Navy is not at all for increasing their profits. I think we would very much like to have Southern Korea, but we didn't get it. Oh well, never mind. We do have 11-inch guns, which is good. So let's have a look at what guns we've got. Our biggest gun is 11, which is a quality 0. We've also got a lot of others, but unfortunately quite a lot of them are quality -1, which is not so good. Looking at the map, the Americans have got South Korea, which is also not good. We would have preferred to get it ourselves. But we do have some money now, so we can build a few more destroyers. Now, one of our cruisers has run aground on the shore of a minor nation. We can demand their release the ship, which gives us prestige and tension. We can offer apologise, which loses us prestige, which we're not going to do because we don't want to lose prestige. So I think we're going to demand their release the ship. Or maybe not, because we've got quite high tensions with the USA, which we don't want to happen. We don't want a war with them because they're too strong. If we look at the almanac, they've got 11 ships. Actually, they're not that strong. They're not any stronger than Germany or than Russia. They do have lots of ships. Let's see what sort of ships they've got. They're building our Iki class ships. If we go to war with them, then those ships will get confiscated. So we can't go to war with them. So we're not going to try and go to war with America. In fact, we shouldn't really be going to war with anyone until we've got the Ikis. Build some more destroyers. Because why not? We don't want war yet, so we need to call a peace conference. And that's saying that there's a 10,000 ton displacement limit on ships, and main caliber guns are limited to 8 inches. We have to scrap 2 ships, but the other countries are having to scrap a lot more ships, so that kind of works in our favour. That gives us lots of money. What should we spend it on? I think the ideal thing to spend the money on would be some light cruisers, 2 classes, one of which has got lots of 6-inch and 4-inch guns and is an anti-destroyer weapon, and the other one which is built for long range and is a raider. So let's do that. Now, we don't want 4-inch. I think we're going to have to give it uniform 5-inch guns because our 6 inches are too low quality. Can we get 8-inch guns on them? No. Let's see, let's clear all these turrets. Add turret A. Okay, let's make those. Well, the rate of fire is reduced a bit, but they are 8-inch guns, which is good. And we've got a load of 5-inch guns as well. So, let's reduce the armour a bit, because armour is expensive. And we'll give them speed, because we want these ones to be fast. We'll give them lots of torpedoes. And let's see how fast we can make them. So that would be costing 20,000 for 23 knots. If we make it 24 knots, it then costs 27,000. 25 knots costs 40,000. So I think 24 knots is the sweet spot. And can we give it better? Anything that's better? We might as well, while we're at it, give it some 3-inch guns and don't cost anything. Right. We'll do that. And the next ship we're going to build is a Raider class. So that's got a load of 5-inch guns, and we'll give it 4-inch for its secondary armament. We'll have just 6 of those. That should be fine. Again, we're going to reduce the armour a bit to save weight. We don't need so many torpedo tubes on this one, and we're going to give it reliable engines and long range. Again, that bumps up the cost. And we'll call this Raider. And that's the Raider class. That's the Japanese word for Raider according to Google Translate. Okay, so that's our 2 new ship designs, and it's going to take 2 months to build them. So let's build them. Crap armor is good. We've got submarine reliability, and we're going to go to the build screen, and we're going to build 2 of these, and we're going to go to the build screen, and we're going to build. We can only really afford 1 of these at the moment, so we're just going to build 1. Okay, so we're going to rename this one. Oh, we're also going to bump up research because we've got some extra money. And I think we want to give submarines a high priority and destroyers, well, light forces are destroyers and light cruisers. We can't build big ships now, so we're going to build small ships. There's been an upheaval in Northern Korea. We don't want tensions with the USA. That's really annoying, they've got both Koreas now. We can still only build 600-ton destroyers. When we can get 700-ton destroyers, we will start building them. We don't want to have bad relations with Italy because they're our allies, so it was no one's fault. We can now have medium wing turrets, but we can't because we can't have big ships. Double bottom. And 4 destroyers are commissioned. and we've got better turrets. And it looks like we can build another Chiyoda class ship. Who can the freedom of the seas be threatened by? Let's have a look. Germany with 9 battleships, France with 7, Russia with 12, USA with 11. I think if it's got to be anyone, it's got to be Germany. What does that give me? That gives me budget and prestige, both of which I want. Yes, we need to click. Right, let's build some submarines. That's 10 submarines building. Now, if we look at our ships in service, we can put these minesweepers in mothballs, which will save us a bit of money. We can put some of these in reserve, which will also save us a bit of money, although not much. What can we do with bigger ships? We can't really do very good. Put this one in reserve. Again, that just saves us a bit of money. We could build 2 submarines with that money. That's probably our best use for it at the moment. We'll build 3 submarines. Right, so our submarines take 13 months to build, and our newest raid will be built in 14 months. So we've just got to press on and get those things built. Do we want a sailing regatta and competition? Yes, we do, because it gives us prestige, which we need. We're close to mastering side drones. Tension between Italy and Germany is rising. We should honour our obligations fully. Write them a blank check. And now they've laid down a CA. They've laid down another CA. Let's have a look to see what ships the Germans are building. They're building a large number of cruisers. Let's have a look at what their old CAs were like. They had 4 8-inch guns, which is the same as our Chiyoda light cruisers, which are nevertheless faster than them. Their cruisers, because they've got because they're bigger ships, they've got heavier armour, so they beat us in that way. But our light cruisers, our big light cruisers, 6,000 tons, they're actually quite good ships. Better torpedoes. We'd very much like to build some better destroyers. Better submarines, that's good. They're concerned about tensions leading to war. Disarmament conference loses budget. That increases budget. And can we get an agreement with Britain? Britain will be a brilliant country to get an agreement with. Yes, we can. So we've now got a treaty with Britain as well as Italy. This means if we go to war with Germany, then most of the German ships will be holed up in Northern Europe and won't be able to fight us. So let's have a look to see where the Germans have got their warships. As we can see, they've got some ships here. They've got 1 battleship and 3 light cruisers, which isn't much, and they've got everything else here. So if the Germans are hemmed in Northern Europe by the British and by the Italians, that works very well for us. So central firing is good because it makes our ships more accurate, so they can hit the target. Very good one to have. We should be getting steam turbines fairly soon, which is also a very good one because it makes the ships faster. Do we want to make concessions to Germany? No, because we want a war against them. Yeah, commission 13 submarines, good. Now we've got a lot more money, we can get some of these out of... And the reason we want to make these active is that if a war does start, then we'll be able to fight the war with those ships. Does cost us money, but can't make an omelette without breaking eggs. Now, we need to honour our obligations fully again. And it looks we're very soon going to be at war with Germany. So I think we're going to break off here, and the war will probably take place in the next episode. So that's a bye from now. This is Cavalamat signing off in Rule the Waves, Let's Play Japan.